many men, what they want tends to come from a place of more stuff. Everything we want, it's all has, in its essence, it's got love behind it. We want security, we want to provide for others, all that sort of thing. But I think when we really drill down into it, so much of it, what we really want is to be awake. When you want to be really awake and really alive, you have to be willing to look closely and intimately at what isn't awake and what isn't alive. And the only way that can be healed is through this lens of compassion, through the lens of empathy. And so I so deeply admire that warrior aspect of spiritual practice, because that warrior aspect takes you to balance, which is really learning how to access the heart again. And that's what I so appreciate about practicing non-judging awareness with other men, because we're all wanting to be whole. Mm-hmm. And for many men, it's about, do I dare risk to open my heart? Do I dare risk to open the sensitivity? Do I dare risk to name what's between me and feeling free, and actually be intimate with that?
And as you're saying this, I'm just sort of feeling these sort of generations of separation that men have had to endure, and what a suffering and disservice it is to women and to all of us collectively.
Yeah.
But
as I practice and as I sit with people, I really, really come to see, there's that phrase that says, you are the inheritor of your karma. That's the first part. And that is that we are the inheritor of all of our causes and conditions. So we're inheriting all the cultural influences, all the generational influences that come down through men and women in our family. And the courage it takes to really acknowledge, here are the causes and conditions that have created this calcified sense of self.
Yeah.
The other part of that equation is that you're the creator of your karma, where it's actually possible to create something different. And the times when I just have goosebumps thinking about it is when I'll sit with a guy, actually with male or female, but since we're talking about men, and they'll talk about some pattern where they feel held back, where they feel less than alive. And then I'll oftentimes ask, how far back does that go? Mm-hmm. And they'll recognize it was a pattern that they picked up a long, long time ago. And sometimes, there have been some instances where they've recognized that pattern that they're carrying in their body, they recognize their father carried that same exact pattern. And they saw that pattern in their grandfather. And they recognize that it's a generational, it's a meme. It's a generational pattern that's passed down. And where it gets very exciting is a number of times people have said, this stops with me. I will not pass this on to my children.